Today's video, we're going to talk about 5 things that you probably don't know about Israel. Let's get into it. Hey, how are you? I hope life is treating you spectacular. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Claude Massey. If you don't know it yet, I am a life coach and career consultant based in Tel Aviv, Israel. And on this channel, I talk all about what it's like to live in Israel, being that I'm from the United States. And also I give some motivational life coach advice as well. So if you haven't done it yet, hit subscribe, please. So in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 things that you probably don't know about what it's like to live in Israel. And 5 things that you probably don't know about Israel in general. So the first thing, you cannot handle anything in the government in any language other than in Hebrew. That means if you go to a government office, all of the documents are going to be in Hebrew. If you try to get something done online, the website is going to be in Hebrew. And certainly, if you need to fill out paperwork and you are not a fluent Hebrew speaker, you are going to struggle. So think about this. If you're dealing with the government offices and you don't speak the languages and the paper is not in the language, what do? Well, you'll want to think ahead and plan ahead if you're planning on moving to Israel, because that might be one thing that you probably don't know. In Israel, you want to plan on everything being in Hebrew. And not only the documents, but also the communication with the workers will need to probably be in Hebrew. So if you can, bring somebody with you to help fill out these paperworks and have that same person come into the offices with you to help you to translate. That's the first thing. The second thing, well, you might know it, but just in case you didn't, Israel, specifically Tel Aviv where I live, is very, very expensive place to live. Go ahead, do the Google search. You'll find out that Tel Aviv is one of the most expensive cities to live in the world. The price of food, the price of rent, the price of having an automobile, the price of car insurance, gas, clothing, everything is more expensive, and you will most certainly want to plan on that aspect of your life if you plan to move to Israel. You might have known it, you might not. Moving on. For the single guys out there, the third thing that you probably didn't know about Israel is that there are massive amounts of beautiful women everywhere you go. Fact is, women outnumber men in Israel, and there is much less obesity here. Also, the women take care of themselves quite nicely. The women you see in Israel are going to be all different colors, browns, all the way to the whites. And a lot of them are great looking. Numero cuatro, numero arba, and number 4. If you ask me, Israel is not a very spiritual country. That's something that you probably didn't know. When you think of spirituality, you think of a calm, peaceful sunset vibration. But Israel is located in the Middle East. And in the Middle East, there's a lot of pressure. Israel is not a calm place. The people here, the Israelis, are very logical, very pragmatic, and very direct, and lack some of the subtleties that you might assume are associated with the word spirituality. From my jaded experience, well, I tell you, I have encountered extremely little quantities of spirituality here in Israel. And fact number 5, you might not know it, but many Israelis, many people in this country celebrate Christmas. So if you are coming to move to Israel from the United States and you're thinking, am I going to be able to find a Christmas tree and Christmas ornaments? The answer is yes. Certainly you will. But it's a little bit different. The cities that you will see Christmas in are typically Arab cities. So specifically, I'm talking about Tel Aviv and Haifa. You can definitely delve into your Christmas vibrations. And that might have been something you didn't know about the country. Matter of factly, let me know if you knew already any of the 4 things I mentioned before that, including any comments you have about what I'm talking about, recommendations for the next video, I'm open-minded. Give me your best shot. Subscribe down below and have a great day.